Good morning. Welcome to 4x8 Paper Stuff. This is Beth. Welcome to old viewers. Welcome to new viewers. Thanks for watching. As always, I forget to say that a lot and I apologize, but I really do appreciate the little community that we have here, and that is the only reason, well, that and I'm a compulsive, what do you want to call it? A compulsive, the editing and the making of the video is as much art therapy to me as doing this stuff every morning also. Anyhow, I am taking, again, it was another early start. I'm taking stuff that I added and played with yesterday and adding layers to it. And this is why I am doing this. Pulling this stuff apart, only getting it to a certain stage, pulling it apart and doing something else with it. And I'm just, I love this process. This process was invented for me. I love, there's something, and I say this a lot, and I'm repeating myself a lot, but this is me in a nutshell. Painting something, gluing something, collecting it forever and ever, cutting it back up or tearing it apart and doing it again. There's just something about touching it and looking at it and see what you can find and see what treasures you can come up with inside a triangle, a circle, outside the triangle or circle, with blue, with green, with a half circle, with Neocolor 2s, with Stabilo paint woodies, with a black and grunge it up a little bit. It just is never, ever old to me. Does that make me boring? I don't know. But if it is, so be it. I'm boring. If my chair was more comfortable in my art room here, I'd do it all day long. Do it all day long. Unfortunately, I'm in a hard kitchen chair. There's padding back there, but apparently not enough. Anyhow, so I'm just taking some of the layers I did yesterday, adding more color to them, adding stuff, taking stuff away, connecting things till it feels right. Are art teachers across America cringing? Most likely, but I don't care. I don't have to get a grade from them. The only person that has to grade me is me, and that's perfectly fine with me. Taking white away, adding white back in, making ladders to nowhere, connecting things, going round and round. There's so many metaphors you could put in these places, but it just doesn't get old. And working on like 6 or 7 pieces at a time allows things to dry, makes you keep moving, and you don't have time to dwell. Oh, love this thing. But I'm going to grunge it up just a tiny bit more and it might be done. And just kind of, that one is done. This one right here is done. Good enough. And for what I want out of this group for me. I have limited, do you know what I did right here? I literally closed my eyes and turned my paper around so I could not remember where I was on the sheet of paper. Kept doing it. And so I absolutely have no control over any of it. Till I changed colors and then I did it again. And boy, is that fun. And then my mind goes back to current times here in the United States, and where I live in South Carolina is just horrendous as far as the vote stuff. And save the women, go vote. That's not the only thing you'll be saving, but okay, this is what else you'll be saving, my humble opinion. But anyhow, it just is, it's providing a thought process for me to start to put a base down of something. I don't know, I'll paint over it, but it's getting frustrations out. And yeah, it's just going to be really rough here for the next few days. or 4 years possibly. Um, I'm going to go live in France. See y'all. I'm going to go back to the Cotswolds. It's nice and quiet there. Um, Anyhow, oh, we need a little bit of stuff here too. I'm going to have to change that paper pretty soon. Then this is the book that I got yesterday at the thrift store, and I just went through. Now, after getting through it, I realized it was a one of three, and it's number two in the series of three. So South Carolina's not in here, but I went through and kind of highlighted things that pertain to me, whether it's places I've been, whether it's places I've been or lived, whether it's things that I like. Um, and I kind of just blocked them out so I can maybe go back in now and add paint to the places that don't apply to me in my heart, and have, a bunch of fun. Have a bunch of fun. I just, I kept bugs, I kept insects, I kept historical people, I kept things about Hollywood because I grew up in California. I kept things about indigenous people of the United States because we did a lot of that learning when I was a kid camping in the West. I did the Gold Rush. I did the Liberty Bell because all of that is in jeopardy right now. People that are from South Carolina, even if they fought in the Civil War, I still did it. They were part of South Carolina. Maine, because I love Bar Harbor. I would love to go back there again. Francis Marion from South Carolina. Just different things. The Mexican War. California was settled by Mexicans way before us. And Missouri, where I go for my quilt retreat every year. Things about the beach. Motion pictures, Hollywood. Museums. I love a good museum. Just went through the entire book and kind of mark things that I want to keep. And then I can come back in and one day just say, okay, on this page, I want to keep this part. Let's paint white over the whole bit of it and see what happens and make this a complete altered book about me. I started early, not quite as early as I did yesterday, but I think I'm good with where this is just because I will probably tear it up. And I tore up one that I already did and put some in here. So that's all nice and dry now. I have a foundation to work with. I still haven't fixed the rest of it, but I will. Playing with that. Played with this. Oh, and I was going to show you. Yesterday was just picture perfect weather. It was like 76. It was breezy enough down on the beach that you did not get hot. The tide wasn't right, but that's okay because there were not a lot of people, but a lot of people. And if that makes any sense. And I painted. I forgot to bring my book, but I did pack some paint. Oh, I did this yesterday. I don't mind the grunge look of that. Might work on that a little bit in that. But I painted, oh my God, these water blobs. This is all salt water and a little sand. But just kind of let, colors flow into each other, making sort of like seashells. And might go back over this with like that Sharpie gel pen and kind of outline these. I don't think I'll turn them into shells, but something. My water ran a little bit, but I love this one. Woo! I actually like them all. I probably will take pictures of them first. And I love this one. I like that one too. And play with them in Procreate. Oh, and I also, don't laugh. It was kind of like a little bit of a tropical village mixed in with some real sand. So that was fun. That was fun. I brought this to paint too, but then I remembered I had all these loose papers in here that I stuck in here, and I was afraid it was going to blow away. So that went back in the tote bag. But then we went out to dinner down in Murrells Inlet. Some of our favorite places were, two of them were closed for wedding parties. So we went to a different place, one of the more popular ones on what they call the Marsh Walk, but we could eat outside. So we brought you know who, and it was just beautiful, 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 beautiful. And then all of a sudden, wind, black clouds, where they came from, I don't know. And the waitress is like, "Oh, it's gonna rain." I'm like, "Where did this come from?" So luckily, we were about finished when it started. I kind of like that now too. I might not mess with that any further. So these might both go in the fodder box. What else is in here? This is that Halloween book. There's just all kinds of, this is just playing, using up some Halloween stuff. Oh, you know what? I've got these stickers here. This PET tape. I don't know if they'll show up though. I don't think they'll show up. I might put white down and put these down. Maybe. I got some white, junky white paint. But this junky white paint usually has a gray tinge to it. And I like that for this kind of stuff. There's a time and a place for white and real white. If there's something strange in your neighborhood, who are you going to call? There's all kinds of stuff in here. Some of it's years and years and years old. Actually, let's put some paint here because I think this is the only one that's not done. Should we use what we just used? Maybe? I think we should. Okay, let's just see what happens here. But see, when you tear them up like that, it really doesn't matter what's what and where, because you might move it around. Just like that. Or like this. Or like that. And then add some paint to it. It was just glorious. And the other night when we were coming back from dinner, we don't eat out every night. We're just trying to get, we ate out for my husband's birthday and we ate out last night because it was just beautiful. And, but the other night when we were eating out on the 28th, was it? The 28th is his birthday. I think I can't remember if we went out. I don't know. Coming back here, I saw a bald eagle. There are a few here. A few. He was flying close to the water. But I think they somehow got down here and discovered there's all kinds of fish. There was a guy fishing on the beach yesterday that caught like 3 fish. Okay, that's good. It was just such a glorious day. But this morning we went out to breakfast because we do on Sundays sometimes. And I needed a parka and an earmuff. So the weather has drastically changed a little bit. Again, it's a wonder we all don't have pneumonia. This is going to be green, green, green. The picture I had of Gunner in my husband's lap with him asleep was so funny. He just kind of relaxes and it wasn't too hot for him. And he just zones out. We call it his meditation. It's like, but then somebody would walk by and he'd hear something. A kid would squeal or whatever. And he's like, "Arr!" He doesn't do the barking as much, but he does defend his territory or his father. I'm not sure which one he's doing more of. Let's just kind of continue some of these lines. Exaggerate them maybe. They don't have to connect per se or go anywhere. South Carolina beat Texas A&M in football yesterday. And they are they're number 10 in the college rankings, but they were also, if they won, they would be the only undefeated team in the SEC, which that's what we're in. And we beat them substantially. I was like, what? Oh, I did this one this morning. Okay, I got green on my brush here. All right, let that dry. I don't know what else I might add to this. Let's do another one. Okay, we got lots of circles. I still love circles, though. Probably always will. This has just been a thought on my mind and will be for the next 36 hours. And then who knows what's going to happen. Probably utter chaos, no matter what happens. All right, I've been craving white. Let's get out the white. Oh, figures. There's no gray tinge to this. That's okay. Huh. This is from Family Dollar. But it's kind of nice consistency, I have to say. A real artist would probably poo-poo that, but it's actually really smooth. My husband was craving Oreos the other night, so he went up to the camp store here and paid probably an arm and a leg for fake Oreos. And he goes, they taste like cardboard. He goes, I was looking for a little thing that my sister got in California. I'm like, well, it may or may not be here. Something to like rest your iPad on better. And she said she got hers at Family Dollar. So I went to our Family Dollar. Of course, they didn't have it. But they had real Oreos, so the man was happy. He said, throw those other cardboard things away. Okay. What else can we mix in with this? How about some good old yellow? And it's all wet, so make like tornadoes, because that's what's going to happen no matter what happens. Bon Jovi was in North Carolina yesterday. All right, let's just let that go. And it may never look like that again. It may get painted over completely. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I just dropped this face down on the floor. Hold on.